Do you wish you could improve your batting average and be a more accurate, more consistent, more impressive hitter, just like the pros? Well, good news. Today you're going to find out about a revolutionary new system that improves your batting skills automatically so you can hit harder, farther, and more accurately than ever before. And you'll meet the developer of this patented new system, Dr. Greg Moore, and find out how easily it can work for you. Dr. Moore's trained with some of the highest paid athletes in the country, and today he's going to share his secrets so you too can play like a pro.
If you play baseball or softball, then you know how much fun they are. The thrill of the competition, the camaraderie, the cheers. But just imagine how much more fun you'd have and how much more loudly the crowd and your teammates would cheer for you if you excelled every time you stepped to the plate. Well, now there's good news. I'm Cameron Bonzi, and if you want to perfect your batting skills and dramatically improve your overall performance, you are not going to want to miss today's show. Dr. Greg Moore, optometrist and eye doctor for a number of professional sports teams, has developed Sports Vision, a patented new system designed to help anyone boost their batting average and improve their game. His revolutionary new Sports Vision system is gaining attention nationwide. And recently, our own Claire McCarthy sat down with Dr. Moore and talk to him about what it is that holds players back, keeping them from realizing their full potential, and how his revolutionary new system solves the problem so that anyone can easily improve their batting skills.
What do you think the most common mistake that baseball or softball players make that keep them at that level that's here and they really want to see themselves excel?
One of the most fundamental errors in baseball when you're trying to hit the ball or softball is you don't keep your eye on the ball. And our system teaches the athlete how to keep their eye on the ball. Everyone tells them to keep their eye on the ball, but no one actually shows them how, and that's what our product does.
So coaches are telling them, but this is a system that's self-learning, is that right?
Yes, what happens when they use this system, they get that immediate feedback and it shows them what they're doing wrong. And a coach can stand there all day and tell you to keep your eye on the ball. And if you're watching the ball with your peripheral vision, that's how you're going to respond. And you think, well, I'm keeping my eye on the ball, when really you're not. You're using your peripheral vision. What our system does is allows you to understand what you're doing wrong and give that immediate feedback so that you can correct the problem and keep your eye on the ball and have a better swing and hit the ball better.
Now, what can you tell us about the technology that goes behind it that makes the system work?
Well, I've worked with some of the highest paid professional athletes in the country, and with some of the results we got from that experience, putting that in combination with some of the geometrical and physiological optics that we've learned, as well as some of the latest state-of-the-art engineering techniques, we've been able to take all that and put it together to develop a system that each individual player can take and apply for their specific needs and develop a system for their individual needs that allows them to keep their eye on the ball.
I was having a problem with a terrible hitch in my swing. I kept getting under the ball and popping the ball up. But now I'm driving the ball, line drives into the gaps, and I can hit with power to all fields.
I've been coaching girls softball now for a little over 6 years, and ever since the beginning I've been looking for something to help these girls in their consistency in batting. And finally, I have found it, and now we are the team to beat.
You hit it out of the park, the fans are going crazy, the cheers, it's a thrill every time.
So you've taken all of the fancy schmancy technological engineering kind of stuff, and then you've made this very simple system
that works very well. As an optometrist, what we do is we take this system and apply it to each individual's specific requirements. And anyone can do it. A child can do it. It's very, very simple, but it works well in baseball or softball. And instead of having someone stand there telling you, keep your eye on the ball, keep your eye on the ball, you actually see that you're not watching the ball. You learn what you need to do. You get that immediate feedback to know what you have to do, and it turns into a system that allows you to immediately improve your game because you can start making contact with the ball more precise and consistently.
Now I'm wondering, this is something that you saw happening with the professionals, where you were seeing where there could be some improvement. Was this system sort of an aha moment for you, or were you kind of along the sidelines for a long time having this simmer?
Well, actually, I kind of had the idea when I was during my training, and I thought this would be a really great way to show Little League players how to, keep their eye on the ball. As all coaches of Little League players know, that's one of the things you constantly tell them to do. But actually what happened was a professional player had some problems keeping his eye on the ball, and his hitting instructor asked me if I could work with him, and we did. And he immediately went on an 8-game hitting streak and had such great results that we started working with the whole team and the whole organization. And so we actually were able to use this on the professional level before we used it on the Little League level, which is where it was originally designed for. But the results are the same. If you're not keeping your eye on the ball, you can see immediately that you're not doing that, and you get that immediate feedback, and it shows you exactly what you need to do, and your body responds, and all of a sudden you're hitting the ball more consistently.
The key to a great hit is a powerful and accurate swing. Ever since I've been playing ball, I've been looking for that consistency. It feels great. There's like no better feeling in the world.
Taking my nephew to the game is probably one of my favorite things. Anything that could create a stronger, more accurate swing to impress him, that's great for me. With this, it's simple, it's easy, and basically it's automatic.
It's the consistency and the accuracy that really make the game so much more fun for me now. I never really knew it could be so easy to improve my swing and be a better player.
Well, I would think that a parent who's working with their child, trying to develop the Little League star, they could give their kid a leg up.
Exactly. This gives an opportunity to have your child have the ability to compete with his peers on an equal footing. If keeping his eye on the ball is the problem or her problem while they're playing baseball or softball, they simply use this system and they get that immediate feedback, and they learn how to start hitting the ball more precisely, get better contact with the ball, increases their batting average. They're a lot happier because they're playing a better game and they're contributing to the team effort.
I'm just wondering how fast the results are, because I'm just picturing somebody being a mess out there, getting up to bed and like nothing, and then they go home, they use the system, they show up the next day, the next week. I mean, how fast is the result, really?
It's instantaneous. The system is designed so that each person can take the system and apply it to their own specific needs. Each person has different parameters that will need to be implemented into the system so that it will work for their specific needs. Once they've done that, and it's very easy to do, you can do it very quickly and a child can do it, but once you've done that, you've got a system that teaches you specifically how to keep your eye on the ball. And so what it does is when you step up to the plate and you start watching the ball go across the plate, you immediately see where you're losing the ball, and you start making the appropriate adjustments so that you start responding correctly and you start hitting the ball a lot better. And it works equally well for baseball or softball. And if you're not watching the ball, this teaches you how to do it. It shows you how to keep your eye on the ball. Everyone tells you to do that, but our system shows you how to do that.
Sounds pretty unique. Is there anything else out there like it?
There's nothing on the market like it today. I feel it is the most effective way to teach athletes how to keep their eye on the ball. Everyone will tell you how to do that. Anyone can watch a player and see that they're not doing that, but for the player to understand exactly what they have to do to keep their eye on the ball, it's hard to do. With our system, it makes it very simple, and anyone can use it. Any age, any level can use this to immediately get that feedback and improve their game.
Did you design it with anybody particularly in mind? I know you talked about the Little Leaguers, but it happened pretty fast with the pro.
Right. The system works either in a softball setting or a baseball setting. Either system, the system will work in either setting and will allow that immediate feedback at no matter what level of play you are, whether you're a beginner, you're just starting to play the game, or whether you're in a semi-pro league or a professional or whatever level you're at. If you're not watching the ball, this will teach you how to do it. I had one player who was in a slump, and we used our system with him, and he stated it very well. He said, "There's nothing wrong with the mechanics of my swing, I just wasn't watching the ball." As soon as I saw what I was doing wrong, I corrected that, and I started playing to my potential.
Is this something they want to share with others, or they're keeping their own little system to themselves,
Actually,
right?
the system is designed so that each person can adjust it for their specific needs. So it's not a one-size-fits-all. You can't buy one for the whole team. Each individual would have to have their own specific needs met, and they do that by buying the system and making the appropriate adjustments. And the adjustments are very easy to make. A child can do it, but it has to be adjusted for their specific needs. And once that adjustment is made to the system, then the system is implemented, and it gives that immediate, instantaneous response to show them how to keep their eye on the ball.
If you want to improve your batting average and become a more consistent, accurate player, if you want to play like the pros, I urge you to call the toll-free number on your screen now to find out more about Dr. Moore's patented new Sports Vision system. If you call during our show today, you can take advantage of a risk-free trial so you can see for yourself just how well this revolutionary new system works to boost your performance on the field. Professional athletic associations and many of the highest paid athletes in the country use the Sports Vision system to improve their game. And now, for the first time ever, it's available to you. His uniquely designed system teaches your eyes to stay on the ball, so you hit more powerful, accurate, consistent shots every time you step to the plate. Call the toll-free number on your screen now and try the Sports Vision system risk-free. Now you can dramatically improve your performance level, add consistency and accuracy to your game, and wow the crowd. Guaranteed. When correspondent Claire McCarthy recently sat down with Dr. Moore, they discussed the main reason why so many batters have trouble improving their performance, and how you can now use the Sports Vision system to dramatically improve your batting skills and finally realize your full potential on the field.
How is it that for some people, no matter how much they practice, no matter how much training, coaching, whatever, they just don't improve? And how can they get improvement with your system?
Well, what our system does is actually shows the athlete what they're doing wrong. It's very easy to stand there and tell the athlete, you need to keep your eye on the ball. You're not watching the ball. Keep your eye on the ball. And you can say that over and over again, but until you can actually show them that they're not keeping their eye on the ball, they don't know how to respond. So they're watching the ball and they're seeing it in their peripheral vision, and they think, well, I am watching the ball, when in fact they're not. They're not responding to their peripheral vision. Their body's responding to their central vision. So what our system does is allows the athlete to get the immediate feedback that they're not watching the ball. And once they see that, they see how to correct what they're doing so they can watch the ball across the plate and get the best chance they can of hitting that ball. And it works equally well with softball or baseball. It can work with men's leagues or with women's softball. It works in either avenue of trying to hit the ball. If you're not keeping your eye on the ball, our system shows you how to do it.
Would you keep this secret? You know, and you'd be practicing in private and then just show up and be the hit, or would you want to share this for the benefit of the team and have everybody get their own?
Well, actually, it would probably benefit the team if everyone had one, but the key is everyone would have to have their own device, because this system is designed to work for each individual's specific needs. They have to apply this to their own parameters that will allow that to work for them, and so that you can't use one size fits all. It's a one size fits one person. Each person makes their own adjustments. Very simple adjustments, a child can make it, but once you've made those adjustments and it works for you, it shows you when you're not taking your eye off your ball, and then it shows you how to keep your eye on the ball, because your body will automatically respond in those settings.
You can feel a lot of pressure to perform well on the field, so this is great. You not only get that competitive edge you want, so you become a better player, but you feel more confident every time you step up to the plate.
The pros will tell you the key is to keep your eye on the ball, but what they don't tell you is how to do that. It's been like some big secret until now.
I'm consistently hitting the ball solid and with power. And now I have the confidence when I need to advance a runner, I can accurately drive the ball to the opposite field. It's really unbelievable.
And I love how you started as, in training as an eye doctor, and you were thinking this would have a nice application for little leaguers, for kids just really getting to know how to play the game. If they could up their skills right from the beginning, they'd have a leg up.
Exactly. It's a fundamental premise of the game. You have to be able to keep your eye on the ball to hit the ball. And I intended to teach little leaguers how to do that. And but what happened with in my experience was I ended up using it with a professional athlete and had such a great response. The whole team brought me in as their sports vision specialist, and we used it with anyone who was not keeping their eye on the ball. A seasoned professional would have a slump and not be able to hit the ball and not realize what he's doing wrong. I had one player to make a very good comment. There was nothing wrong with the mechanics of his swing. He just wasn't hitting the ball. As soon as he used our system, he realized what he was doing wrong, made the correction, and immediately went on an 8-game hitting streak. And that's how it works. It shows you exactly what you're doing wrong. And it works well with Little League or a seasoned professional. If you don't have the fundamental basics of keeping your eye on the ball down, or if you get in a slump where you've lost that ability, this shows you how to do it. It helps you build those basic fundamental principles of keeping your eye on the ball, and it makes you a better player.
I would think that knowing that the pros are using this and have been using it for a while, that would increase the credibility factor for someone who's considering getting this system for their child or for the adults, male or female, playing softball or the semi-pro leagues.
I think one of the neatest aspects of this product is when we get to see a Little League player who's used the device and has started to play better and gets up to the plate and he makes a good hit. he's happy, his team's happy, his whole family's excited for him. It really turns the player's attitude towards the game around. We've had a lot of fun with it in that aspect.
Is there anything else out there like this system?
There's nothing out there like my system. I feel my system is the most effective way to teach an athlete how to keep their eye on the ball.
As a serious player, when I can improve my batting average so dramatically and so quickly, I mean, that's super valuable to me and very impressive. It feels great to be a true asset to my team.
You spend less time practicing because your eye actually learns how to stay on the ball. And that's great. It gives you a more solid hit with more power and control.
But the great thing is you don't have to be a professional athlete to use this. It's so easy that the improvement in your swing and your overall ball game just happens automatically.
And this is patent. This is your idea, your
Exactly.
product.
We were able to get this patented. Again, we used the latest engineering designing and optical and geometrical physics, and we put all that together to come up with a device. It's kind of complex underneath, but on the surface it's quite simple to use. And again, even a child can apply it to themselves, but because there's nothing like that, we were able to get a patent, and we have a product that teaches people to do what coaches have for years been telling them to do.
Right, the coach has been telling them, and this is something that's self-proving. You're using it, and you're seeing for yourself, and you're feeling for yourself.
Right.
The results.
You know, when you lose the fixation on the ball, you see exactly what you need to do to make the adjustment to make it work.
Every time you step to the plate, wouldn't it be great to have a more consistent, accurate swing and be able to hit the ball with more power and control? Well, now you can with Dr. Moore's patented new Sports Vision system, designed to improve your swing and boost your batting average. As you've been hearing, there's nothing else like it anywhere, and nothing that gives you such dramatic results. Many of the pros use Dr. Moore's Sports Vision system to improve their game for one simple reason: because it works. And now, for the first time ever, the Sports Vision system is available to the general public. And if you call during our show today, you can try it for yourself risk-free. With this revolutionary new system, you'll learn the secret of keeping your eye on the ball, and your swing will automatically become more consistent, accurate, and powerful. Call the toll-free number on your screen and try the Sports Vision system for yourself risk-free. It's fast, it's easy, and as Dr. Moore explained when correspondent Claire McCarthy spoke with him recently, no matter what your level of expertise, anyone can use the Sports Vision system and get dramatic results.
So you're saying that anyone, no matter what level, what activity, it's softball, baseball, they use your system, they're going to see improvement.
Exactly. It's a unique system. There's nothing like this on the market, because what it does is it takes a system that is applied to each individual's specific needs, and they adjust the system for their specific needs. And when they do that, it allows the system to teach them specifically how to keep their eye on the ball. They see exactly when they're losing fixation and how to maintain that fixation and how to keep their eye on the ball. And many coaches for decades have been saying, keep your eye on the ball, keep your eye on the ball, keep your eye on the ball. Our system shows them how. And what will happen, whether you're a seasoned professional or you're a beginner, you may go through a period where you're hitting the ball real well, and then you get in a slump. And you're taking your eye off the ball ever so slightly and not realizing that. You're seeing it with peripheral vision, and the coach is yelling, keep your eye on the ball, keep your eye on the ball, and you're thinking, well, I am, when really you're not. And this system shows you how to do that.
Well, how does it work in terms of teaching your eyes to do something differently than they're normally doing when you step up to the bat?
Well, actually what you're doing when you step up to the plate is you're watching the ball go across the plate, and you're trying to make the bat make contact with the ball. It's a very simple idea. What happens is your eyes will not be focused on the ball. They'll be looking at some other point in space, and the ball will actually be detected by your peripheral vision. And so you think you're watching the ball when you're not. Our system shows you the moment you lose central fixation, you lose the ball. And so you see exactly what you're doing wrong, and you make the appropriate adjustments. It's an immediate feedback, and it shows you instantaneously how to correct your problem. And so you get that immediate gratification of practicing for just a few minutes with it and seeing results, as well as over a period of time, just a few practice swings before you step up to the plate, before you go to practice, and you greatly enjoy or increase your enjoyment of the game because you've increased your personal potential. And ultimately that's what our goal is. We enhance your visual skills, and that enhances your personal performance of the game.
And so this is a practice tool. And when you stop using it in practice and you're in the real life game, you're not losing anything? You don't decrease your skills again? It carries with you?
Not at all. You teach or embed those skills while you're practicing so that when you do step up to the plate, you have a correct response. Unfortunately, what a lot of players do, they think they're practicing those skills now, but they're embedding poor skills. And with our system, it trains those skills to be more accurate, more precise, and gives you a better swing, a better hit. Just because your basic fundamental principle of keeping your eye on the ball, you see how to do it and you start doing that, and it improves your game immediately.
Consistency and accuracy, that's key. When you approach the plate and you know you can get a good, solid, accurate hit and place it where you want it to go, to me, that's worth everything.
When you impress your coach and she actually makes a point of telling you you're doing a great job, that's when you know you got something that works. It feels great.
It teaches your eye to stay focused on the ball. When you can do that, your performance gets better without any effort at all. It's automatic.
It almost sounds like it's allowing the body to do what it wants to do naturally without getting your mind all messed up. And there's no messages that we have to tell ourselves. You used your system, and it's training your body.
Exactly. What happens is your body is responding to your central fixation, and if your central fixation is not on that ball, then you're not responding correctly. And if you don't have anyone to show you how to do that, it's very hard to learn how to do that. People can tell you all day long what you're doing wrong, but the key is telling you how to do it right, and that's what our system does. Everyone tells you to keep your eye on the ball. Our system shows you how to keep your eye on the ball.
So this is different than hours and hours of practice and coaching, and this is self-taught.
Exactly. What we've done is we've taken a lot of background in physiological and geometrical optics, as well as the latest technology and engineering to put it into a system that will allow each player to learn how to use their central fixation and how to keep their eye on the ball with an immediate feedback, so that when a coach sees you're not keeping your eye on the ball, or if someone tells you you're not watching the ball, you have a way to practice to learn how to do that. And again, it's immediate response. And it works for anyone, no matter what age, whether it's baseball or softball. It works for men and women equally. It's a product that teaches how to keep your eye on the ball. Everyone tells you that. We're the first to show you how.
Yeah, I was going to say, we were talking about players. And within that framework, there's, as you said, women's leagues, the men. I'm intrigued with the idea of somebody being out of the realm for many, many years, and then they go off to a corporate setting or some job or whatever, and they're invited on to the corporate league. And to be able to have this system to tune themselves up for better performance, I would think that'd be very exciting as an adult.
Yeah, what our goal is to enhance your visual skills, which in turn enhances your personal performance. And anytime you can increase your performance, you become a better asset for your team, and that enhances your enjoyment of the game. And our system allows you to have that immediate response so that you see what you need to do immediately. And our system is, although it's somewhat technical from the aspect of the development, and we were able to get a patent because no one else has anything like this on the market, it still is a very simple system. A child can adjust it for themselves, and once that adjustment is made so that the parameters of this system work specifically for you, then you see exactly what you're doing wrong and you see how to correct it immediately. So you can step up to the plate and hit the ball better than you've ever hit it before.
Now, personally, this must be very gratifying for you to combine both your professional expertise and then your love for sport, and to be able to see people making improvements right in front of you.
I think the neatest aspect for me, even though we started working with professional athletes before we got it to the Little League realm, is to see a Little League player who's not really happy with the game, likes the game but just not performing to their peak level, and they get up and they make a great hit, and the excitement of them, their teammates, their family, because they're able to step up to the plate and meet their maximum performance. It's so exciting to watch a child be able to do that. It's really brought a lot of enjoyment from this, even though our initial experience with this happened on the professional level.
Every game I play, my confidence level's through the roof. I've got power, control, accuracy. I mean, it's all right here, and I couldn't be happier. I've never seen anything like it for improving your swing.
The results happen fast, and it's so easy. I've never seen anything like it. It actually teaches your eyes to stay on the ball, so you just hit the ball with more power and control, like automatically.
I guess my only complaint is that they didn't come out with it sooner. But I'm playing like never before. Powerful, consistent swings that happen automatically.
Tell me about being a better player. I mean, when they're up there and they're hitting, what happens? I mean, are they hitting stronger, farther?
Well, if you've ever stepped to the plate and struck out, it's not fun. But when you make contact with the ball, you have a lot more enjoyment of the game.
All right, so first of all, they're making contact.
Right.
Okay.
And they're getting on base. They're making a home run now and then, and it increases their performance level. It increases their peers' respect for their ability to play, and it just gives them a whole lot better self-esteem when it comes to their ability to step up and play ball with their friends. And it's a great technique because it's so immediate. It gives that instantaneous response, and it's designed specifically for their needs, and they see immediately what they're doing wrong and make the adjustments.
Is there anything else like it out in the
There's nothing on the market that works as well as this as far as I'm concerned, because this is something that takes an age-old principle of fundamental basics of hitting the ball, which is keeping your eye on the ball, and it takes it into new technology which says, not only keep your eye on the ball, let me show you how to keep your eye on the ball. And once you see that, you get that immediate, instantaneous response, and it works great.
So mom and dad can't be watching their little leaguer making all this improvement and then sort of borrow their kid's system, though, right?
No, they have to have their
their
own. Yes, this system is designed specifically for each individual, and that's what's unique about our system, because it is scientifically designed to meet certain specifications for each athlete. Then the system has to be adjusted for that athlete's parameters, and it's a very simple adjustment technique. It's done, very quickly, and a child can do it. But once that's done, it's set just for that specific individual. But it gives that specific individual the feedback they need to have so that they can be a better player.
The Sports Vision system is not available in stores. So if you'd like to try it and see for yourself just how quickly and easily it can make you a more superior ball player, no matter what your level of expertise, call the toll-free number on your screen. Dr. Moore's patented new system is easy, it's automatic. Anyone can use it and get results, and it's backed by a 100% money-back guarantee. Professional athletes trust the Sports Vision system to improve their performance. And now, for the first time ever, it's available to you. If you want a swing that's more consistent, accurate, and powerful, if you want to play with more confidence and have more fun, call the number on your screen right now. And if you call before we go off the air, you can take advantage of a risk-free trial so you can see for yourself the amazing dramatic boost you'll get in your performance level with Sports Vision. It's never been easier to improve your game, and now it's easier than ever to try the Sports Vision system risk-free. Once you try it, we know you'll agree. There is nothing more effective. Thank you for watching. I'm Cameron Bonzi.
We've got 30 seconds before we go off the air, so there's still time to call and get your risk-free trial of Dr. Moore's patented new Sports Vision system to boost your batting average and improve your game. You'll hit the ball with more power, accuracy, and control, and you'll boost your performance and confidence on the field. It's easy, it's automatic, and anyone can use it and get dramatic results. Now you can improve your game and wow the crowds guaranteed. So why wait? Call toll-free now. The preceding program has been a paid advertisement for Sports Vision America.